Hi, I'm Sean Dugan, herbalist and acupuncturist. In this video, I'm going to cover some of the most important things that you need to know about Chinese medicine, including what it is, why it works, and how it can help you. Let's start with the basics. What is Chinese medicine? Chinese medicine is an independent medical system that was developed thousands of years before modern Western medicine. It was developed through scientific observation, systematic record keeping, and extensive clinical practice. Chinese medicine has a unique system of medical theory and diagnosis, and a variety of treatment methods, the most important of which is Chinese herbal medicine. Today, modern Western medicine leads the world in near miraculous, life-saving emergency medicine, and in the treatment of late-stage disease. But it often has little to offer in the way of preventative medicine, early intervention, and treatment of chronic illness. Chinese medicine focuses on addressing the root cause of disease, which is the most important aspect of treating chronic illness, as well as acting as preventative medicine. One of the most fundamental differences between Chinese medicine and Western medicine is that we treat you, the person, not the disease. And what do I mean by that? In Western medicine practice, a practitioner will typically diagnose your disease and then apply a prescribed treatment to that disease. You might be thinking I'm just talking about your allopathic medicine doctor, but this actually also includes naturopaths, functional medicine doctors, who are operating within the same medical paradigm. Even if they're using herbs or supplements, it's still from the Western medical view of how to treat the body. The problem with this method is that the presentation of the same disease diagnosis can vary widely from person to person, and medications are not one size fits all. So this way of treating has a very high failure rate. In Chinese medicine, we approach things differently. We identify the specific symptom pattern for each individual's experience of a condition or disease. That way, we can fit our treatment strategy specifically to you and to your experience. Not surprisingly, the success rate is much higher. So let's talk about insomnia, for example. The Western medical standard of care is to use a sedative hypnotic medication such as Ambien. Now this works approximately 30% of the time, or for 30% of people with insomnia. That means a failure rate of 70%. Not to mention that for those that it works with, the 30% that it works in, the quality is often poor and it comes with significant side effects. And the problem here is that Western medical theory is treating all insomnia patients as the same, when in fact individual presentations of insomnia can vary widely. On the other hand, Chinese medicine identifies more than a dozen symptom patterns of insomnia and applies corresponding treatments based on those presentations. As a result, we see a significantly higher success rate, and without the nasty side effects like increasing your risk of dementia with sedative hypnotics. So that brings me to another important distinction. Chinese medicine provides treatment. Western medical interventions with pharmaceutical drugs frequently only provide suppression or symptom management. And what happens to those things that are suppressed, pushed down, and hidden is that if you go off the medication, they'll just come raging back. They don't actually go away with that suppression approach. So if you stop taking Ambien and your insomnia immediately kicks back up to 11, can we really call that treatment? Chinese medicine identifies the specific symptom pattern of each individual. And so from there, we're able to pinpoint the root cause of dysfunction. By getting to the root of your problem, we begin to unwind the complex pathological factors that led to that condition. So we can resolve the issues from the ground up, which is the only route to lasting positive change. Unlike most medications, you won't need to take herbs for life. When we're done with treatment, you can stop taking herbs and continue feeling good. That's what we call treatment. So to put it in a nutshell, Chinese medicine is an entirely different paradigm than Western medicine. Western medicine sees you in black and white, good and bad, sick or not. Chinese medicine sees you for what you are, constantly transforming, nuanced, three-dimensional, and in full cinematic color. Chinese medicine is dynamic because the world is dynamic. you and your health are dynamic and always changing. All right, now we've got what it is, an ancient, adaptable, and unique form of natural medicine, why it works, focusing on treating your pattern of disease from the root up. So let's talk about how it works. I practice Chinese herbal medicine. This is the most advanced system of natural medicine that has ever been developed, and other approaches don't even come close. Chinese herbal medicine has a long lineage of carefully collected case studies, observations, research, and meticulous data collection going back thousands of years. And it has not stopped. Research into the chemical compounds active in herbs and herb combinations continues into the modern day. Earlier, I explained the system, what makes Chinese medicine so powerful. The herbs are how we create the actual treatment, the intervention that will address the root cause of your pathology. So, how does it work? In order to identify the pattern of your disease or problem, I will ask you a lot of questions. I need to know about your clinical history, when the problem started, the metrics of your body's global function, like your appetite, digestion, bowel movement, the nature of your problem, what makes it better, worse, things like that. I'll also use objective measures like examining your tongue, which actually tells us a lot about your body's inner workings. These examinations paint a picture of your current state of health. Using this information, I will create an herbal formula that's designed to address the pattern of dysfunction that's causing your complaint. So I gather this information through my client intake questionnaire, which is an adaptive online form that I designed over the years to collect every piece of information that I need in order to analyze and treat a case. Since Chinese medicine is inherently dynamic, one of its superpowers, as I mentioned earlier, your herbal formula will change over time as you change. I check in with my patients every 2 weeks for an update on how they're feeling, what's progressing, examine the tongue pattern again, and then we adapt the treatment accordingly. Regularly assessing and adjusting the course of treatment is one of the most unique things about Chinese medicine and a major reason why it works so well. It's common in the Western medical paradigm for a doctor to give you a protocol, whether that's herbs or drugs or supplements, and then see you again in 3 or 6 months. This is convenient for the doctor, a set it and forget it type of approach. Except you're not a crock pot or a low-key houseplant. You are a complex and unique human being that wants to feel better as soon as possible. So if the protocol they put you on is ineffective or incorrect, you just wasted 6 months not feeling better and hundreds or more likely thousands of dollars. So by checking in frequently and adjusting the treatment every couple weeks, I can use the subtle metrics of your body, looking at your tongue, your sleep patterns, your digestion, your mood, etc., to make sure that we're always headed in the right direction as quickly as possible. But let's rewind for a second here. I mentioned your herbal formula. So what is that? An herbal formula is a combination of medicinal herbs that are taken together and work in tandem to create a specific desired effect on the body. This is one of the things that makes Chinese herbal medicine stand head and shoulders above other herbal medicine systems. By combining the natures and actions of different powerful herbs, we can create a balanced, focused, and effective treatment that is infinitely adaptable. I create the formula by selecting from hundreds of single herbs in the Chinese herbal pharmacopoeia, and then combining these with each other, each with its own specific dosage within the formula. It's exactly as complicated as it sounds, and also a lot of fun for me. 2 questions are probably coming into your mind right now. What would I be taking for this problem? And how do I know these herbs are safe to take? So let me ease your mind. Many people have concerns about the safety and quality of Chinese herbs. The truth is, Chinese herbal medicine is incredibly safe when sourced properly and prescribed by a skilled and qualified practitioner. In fact, it is orders of magnitude safer than many over-the-counter medicines, common adulterants in food, and environmental contaminants in everyday products. I live and breathe Chinese herbal medicine, and I only source high quality herbs that have been rigorously tested for purity and potency. For a deep dive into the safety of Chinese herbs and specifics about my sourcing, please read my blog article that's titled Chinese Herb Quality and Safety. Then the next question, as for what herbs will be in your initial herbal formula, that is going to vary widely depending on what we're working on. Chinese herbal medicine is not powerful just because we have some secret herbs that are magic. It's powerful because of how we select and apply those herbs for each person. This comes back to the idea that we're treating you rather than your disease. So in Chinese herbal medicine, there's no valerian's good for sleep or ginger is good for nausea, because that type of prescription is overly simplistic and it only works some of the time. It has a high failure rate, just like giving everyone with poor sleep Ambien. So in Chinese herbal medicine, we ask the important question, whose sleep are we talking about? Valerian root is not a cure for insomnia in general. It is helpful for a very specific insomnia pattern and only that pattern. And the same is true for all herbs. Chinese herbal medicine is an amazing modality, but it didn't get that way by being simple or easy to understand. It has its own rules, its own language of diagnosis, and the field of study is enormous. I have worked for years to understand the natures of individual herbs, then more years to master herbs in combination. And I say master with a grain of salt. The work of learning in the field of Chinese medicine is never done. Chinese medicine is a time-tested, holistic in the truest sense of the word, dynamic and effective modality. In a time when we're throwing band-aids and symptom-suppressing medications at anything and everything, and as a nation only growing sicker and more depressed, person-focused medicine is exactly what we need. We need treatment, not an easy temporary fix, not suppression of symptoms. And Chinese herbal medicine can offer exactly that. If one-size medical solutions have not worked for you, then you're in the right place. I fit the solution to you, not the other way around. So thanks for sticking with me through this lengthy video. I look forward to hearing from you.